dump her before she dumps you. Okay, this is a coaching video I did a few years ago that I am going to redo and update here for 2025 because many of you are still having the same struggles with your chick where she is on the verge of dumping you. And the thing you do not realize when it comes to many of these women dumping you is she already has the next sucker lined up. Okay, very rarely is there not another guy lined up. Very rarely is she just dumping you to dump you, right? There's usually somebody else in the pipeline, somebody else in queue who is getting ready to take your place. So that is why you must dump her before she gets the satisfaction of dumping you. And many times when you dump her first, you will steal that thunder from her. That is the last hurrah you have left. That is the last magic bullet that you have left. The last silver bullet in your chamber that you could fire off. Not her, but just fire off. That's the last thing that you can use to leave with some self-respect. And most importantly, leave with her questioning herself about dumping you for this other guy or leaving you to do a hot girl summer, whatever it is she's doing. Okay, the key here is you must drop her before she has a chance to drop you, right? And you're gonna make it very quick too. You're gonna be like, hey, I don't like the way you've been treating me. You've been acting really, really strange lately. I wouldn't even be surprised you're seeing somebody else. I don't even care because I don't want to know. You know what? Pack your stuff and get out. Come on, pack it up, Skippy. Out, right? You start talking to her like that, like, whoa, right? Get out of here. I don't want you in my life. You make me sick. You're just a horrible person, man. Get out of my life. Come on, out, man. The faster you get out, faster I can move on. I'm sick of this, all right? Nobody talks to me like that. Get out, right? I mean, you start exercising a little more like that dominance. In many ways, you need to remind yourself who you were before you hooked up with this chick. You need to remind yourself how badass you were before she came into your life and screwed everything up. You need to just take action because she will take action on you, right? Because as I've said, many of these women already have the next dude lined up. So when she dumps you, the next thing she's gonna do is hop into a relationship with the new guy. I don't know how many of you guys have messaged me, and it's happened to me too, where, the girl you've been with for years and years decides to end it. And then shockingly, after being with you for all these years, she mysteriously finds herself in a new relationship with a new boyfriend within a week. How'd that happen? Whoa, where'd she meet this guy? Man, what is it, serendipity? Unbelievable. Like, she just moves at lightning speed. She runs off with this guy and is almost kind of just getting a lot of her energy off of leaving you, off of the relationship that she had with you, and knowing she left you in shambles. As much as these women say, oh, I'll always love you, I'll always love you, I just want the best for you, I want the best things for you. No, they won't. The worst nightmare for your ex-girlfriend is to see you happy, thriving, and with a younger, hotter woman. That would kill her. Because if she really wanted you happy, that's what she would want for you, right? No, she doesn't want to see you happy. She wants to see you miserable. She wants to see you down in the dumps over her. She wants to see you never get over her, because while she's off having a great time with Chad, with the new guy, she wants to know that you're hurting. Because if she knows you're happy, you're kicking ass out there, you've got a hot new girl, it will just completely pour water on, her fire. Right? It will completely put out her flame. But that's what you want. Right? That's what you want. Because again, you don't want her to have the satisfaction of knowing she dumped you and you're hurting and you moved on to the next guy. That's the worst. And we've all been there, right, guys? That's the worst. It happened to me too. I've talked about this so many times that it aggravates me to this day, like my ex trip 2006. If I could go back and tell myself anything, I would say, dump her. Just do it. She's going to leave you anyway. Dump her. Do it. Just like your girl. I'm telling you, there's no saving this, right? She's going to leave you. Once a girl convinces herself in her mind that she's going to leave, there's nothing you can say to stop her. The worst thing that you can do is beg, right? Which many guys, I beg, please, I'm begging to stay. She'll just leave faster. She'll pack faster. That's the last thing you want to do because she's expecting that from you. The reason she's leaving you, FYI, is because you become way too predictable, right? You become way too predictable, and she knows that she cannot trust you to be a man. She just can't trust you to lead because you've just gone way too much in beta bitch mode way too many times, and now she's just had it. She's like, he's never gonna change. I just have to leave, right? That's why women leave. They're just like, hey, I just have to leave because he is never going to, change his ways. And really, that's what you do need. You need her leaving in order for you to fix yourself and stop being a massive simp. Stop pedestalizing her so much and take her down a few notches, and just get back to reality. You do need her leaving. So in this case, and this is the toughest time to pull this nonsense, right? You have to just go in the opposite direction and do something that's completely off the wall and that you would not expect, which is you to just have this burst of strength and find yourself and go, hey, you know what? I've thought about this. I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm dropping you. I want this to be over, right? This is done. I don't want to be in this relationship with you anymore. I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way you're acting. You're acting very suspicious lately. I don't even want to know what you're doing, because if that's the type of person you are, get out of here. Just go. Just go. Like I said, yeah, pack up your stuff. Get out. Go. Out. You treat her like a dog. Right? I don't even talk to my dogs like that, right? Like, out. You talk to her like that. It's like, whoa, And if she has anything to say, hey, dare you talk to me like that? I said, get out. I ain't listening. Get out. I want you out of my life now. What don't you understand? Read my lips. Get out now. You hold your ground, she leaves. It's very difficult to do, especially if you're you're an emotional wreck right now. And, you've gone through these instances. It's very difficult to do. I mean, even myself, if I went back to myself in 2006 and said, dump her, I don't think I would have listened to myself. I would have been like, no, there's hope. There's hope. I don't want to piss her off. There's hope. No, there's usually no hope. If the girl's going to leave, she's going to leave, man. It's done, right? And if you ever want her to come back, I don't know why you would, but she will come back a lot quicker if you do this, right? If you show her some dominance while she's trying to leave you, and you just kind of like stun her and steal her thunder, and you do it yourself. Nope, get out. I'm done with you. And you dump her before she has a chance to dump you. You will really piss on her parade. And her moving on to the next guy, even though she will do it, she's still going to explore that guy. I hate to tell you. She's going to want to see what's there with this guy because now he's in her life. Unfortunately, you are a lot to blame for that because you simped way too many times. It's always the same story. Compromised way too many times. Bent over for her way too many times when you should have held your ground. You should have never given her what she wanted. All the things I teach you here on my channel. You violated all those red pill principles, and instead you embraced the blue pill because it's soft, it's comfy, it feels good. And now you're paying the price, man. Now you're paying the price, right? She's leaving you. But there's hope. There is hope. And the hope is you don't let her leave with your pride, with your self-dignity. I shouldn't say pride, your dignity. Pride, your self-esteem. That's why you need to dump her before she has a chance to dump you, because she's going to dump you anyway. Doesn't even matter. There's nothing you can say or do that's going to change her mind. All you can do is dump her first, tell her to get out, don't call her, like literally just don't call, text her, just all of a sudden disappear and ghost her. She will be surprised because you're probably calling her a lot, texting her a lot and all this, and trying to work things out to try to make her stay. When you suddenly go cold turkey, you disappear, she's going to wonder if you're dead. She's going to wonder what happened to you. You don't owe her anything. You don't owe her a call. You don't owe her a phone message, nothing. Let her wonder. Let her worry. Why does she care? She's moving on to chat. Why do you care? The biggest part of this move here when you dump her before she dumps you is not the dumping itself, it's the follow through, okay? You have to do the follow through where you just completely ghost her, right? And that's something that I did do right. I do pat myself on the back for that in 2006. I just finally gave up. Like, I was tired of feeling down and sad. I blew the whole summer 2006 feeling down and dumps and not happy, and I felt like I wasted the first 2 months of summer 2006. And I remember August hit, and I was like, it's now frigging August of 2006. I'm like, and the one thing about me is I love summer. That is my favorite time of year, spring and summer. And so I look forward to it every year because I hate the cold weather. And so when summer comes, I make the most of it. And it was already August, and I'm like, I have been sitting in my room for 2 months doing nothing. I'm sick of this. I'm going to get out. The first thing I did was I went to the gym. I remember it was like August 1st, 2006. I went to the gym. I used to be a member of 24 Hour Fitness. I went to the gym. I got on the treadmill. I started running. I felt great again. I was like, this feels good to run. I was like running on the treadmill. I was like, this feels good. And then I was, remember, this is before YouTube. So we had YouTube on phones and all that. So I remember there was a scene in Top Gun where Maverick, after he loses Goose, he's getting ready. It's towards the end where he goes to, I guess, the last battle of Top Gun when they're going to go like do the, I forgot what they were doing in that last mission. He's on the ship. He's going to his airplane. He's trying to get back to normal. He's like checking the weapons, making sure everything's good. He's climbing back into the plane, and he's like, just getting his feel back. It's like Maverick is getting his feel back. That's how I felt. I was like getting my feel back. And I remember I recorded that one scene onto, I think I burned it onto a CD or a tape. I don't remember. Oh, an MP3. I had an MP3 player back then. Burned it onto my MP3 player. I just held it up to the TV and recorded just that one scene of Maverick just getting back in that plane, and the music. It just felt so good. And I went and ran on the treadmill, and I was listening to that over and over and over as I ran for probably 2 hours, just on the treadmill, just pull. And it felt so great. And from that moment on, I started feeling better. I'm like, you know what? If that bitch even tried to come back now, I would say no. I'm like, don't even think about calling me. I was like pissed. I was like even angry, like looking at my phone, like, bitch, better not call, better not text me. I was mad. I was like, better not call. I swear. And sure enough, like after that happened, I think it was probably like a week later, I was feeling great again. And I called my younger brother. I was like, hey, let's go to Chevy's, man. Let's go to like eat Mexican food. I was like, yeah, let's go out. I was like, really? Okay. Came with me to Chevy's, and we went to go eat Mexican food. And at the end of the bar was this very attractive blonde woman, my perfect type. She looked across. I looked across. I'm like, first cold approach in like 2 years. I'm going for it. I went. She became my girlfriend. Her name was Diane. I met her like that night. I was like, give me your number, all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, what are you doing later? You want to go to another bar? She's like, sure. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to take my brother home and he'll come back, wait for me. And she did. I came back. We went somewhere else. I mean, she ended up becoming my girlfriend. Funny enough, like once I met that chick, Diane, I was so excited too. I was so excited when I met Diane, right? It didn't end up working out, but we had a good time together. Nice lady. I just remember that week that we first started dating, I was so excited because I was like looking at her. I'm like, you're like really attractive. I really lucked out. I was like, wow, first approach and first girlfriend since my ex. And I'm like, you're hot. She was hot. I just remember looking at her. I'm like, I'm over my ex. I'm done, It was in that moment of like meeting Diane. It was probably like literally within the first 3 days of meeting Diane. She became my girlfriend really quick. But within those first 3 days, my ex reaches back out to me, like trying to reach out to me, and then I didn't respond, and then she tries to like reach out to me via MySpace. Remember MySpace? Tried to hit me up on MySpace. I was just like, don't even freaking think about it. I was like, oh, you're so lucky you're not in front of me. Oh, I was just so like pissed. I'm like, you ruined it. I'm like, no, the nerve of you to think I would come back all of a sudden. No, and I never did. I never ever did. She proceeded to stalk me for the next 3 years online. I never came back. And I'm very proud of myself. I never came back, and I moved on to bigger and brighter things, and moved over to, Hollywood, the Valley, Sherman Oaks, Studio City, built my pickup business, became a multimillionaire, have hundreds of thousands of fans. I'm in my Lambo now doing content. She's a single mom. She's living, out in the sticks somewhere, because she can't afford to live anywhere near the city. It's hilarious, right? I mean, it's awesome. Life is good. Life is good. And it just goes back to you making the right decision to dump her before she dumps you. Okay, and I didn't even do that, but I did make the follow through. I did do the follow through, which is the most important step, which is to just be done with her. You almost just have to be so mad at yourself and so mad at her that you're just like, I don't even care if she comes back. I'm sick of her. I'm done. If she calls, I'm not even picking up, right? I'm not responding to anything. And I never did. I never responded to a single one of her messages or anything. I let her grovel. On MySpace back then, you could post photos of like all the fun stuff you were doing. I was posting all the photos, like me and Diane were like going on our dates, and I was like, you could post video clips. I was posting video clips. In many ways, it was to share with my friends, but also in many ways, it's because I knew she was watching, and it felt good. It felt good to drive that that knife into the coffin like that, So yeah, the stake into the vampire. So in any case, guys, yeah, that's all I'll say for today's coaching video. Dump her before she dumps you. You'll feel great about it. Remember, more importantly, the most important step is the second step. Second part of this is where you do the follow through, right? Where you don't come back, you cut her off completely. So, as always, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the car, with the Lamborghini. You guys wanted more Lambo videos, so you've got them. Go ahead and drop your comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And also make sure to jump into 7 months of mastery. It's the best way to support my work. Okay? You're going to learn a ton from it. You're going to learn how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, most beautiful, hottest woman on the planet. Talk about 8s, 9s, and 10s, not DGs, not single moms, not divorced women, but women who are still in their prime, their youth, right? Mostly in their late teens, early 20s. That's our sweet spot here with my program. And you don't need to be on Tinder to do this. You don't need to be on Bumble or Hinge or anything like that. I teach you straight, old school, cold approach pickup in 7 months of mastery. And again, this is the best way to support my work, and you're going to get a ton of value out of it. And it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it. Click the link below in my description box and head over to my website, and I'll see you there. Till next time.